We're here today at Hazelwood West High School with Paula Manis. Paula, could you tell me what your official job title is?
I'm the secretary to the athletic director and activities director.
Okay. What do you like most about your position?
I like the kids that we deal with because most of those kids are kids that want to be at school and they participate in the athletics. They're all great kids and they want to be involved in school, and so they want to be here.
Great. What are some specific things that you're responsible for doing? I know it's a long list.
Yes. One of the most important things probably is eligibility, checking eligibility of all the athletes. Not only do I check eligibility of the athletes, but I have to check the band members, orchestra, choir members, anyone who participates in a state competition. We check eligibility. They have to be within the MISA guidelines, which is 3 credits for the previous semester. That's the most important thing, and then entering the eligibility rosters on the MISA website. That all has to be done by a certain deadline. Other things that I do purchase orders to order equipment and uniforms for all the sports for the whole year. I do purchase orders to pay officials. I pay event workers, entry fees for tournaments that we participate in. I help out with the homecoming, prom, any dances that take place. I do field trip requisitions for the whole school. They'll take field trips. Our office also is in charge of the building calendar, so any outside groups that want to use classrooms or gyms throughout the year, we're responsible for keeping track of who's in the building throughout the year. So those are some of the responsibilities that we do here in this office.
That's incredible. How many sports seasons are in a school year?
There are 3 seasons. There's 8 sports in the fall season. There's 4 sports in the winter and 7 in the spring. That includes boys and girls.
Okay. And when do you start preparing for the next sports season?
Usually I start preparing for it when one season starts. We're already starting to prepare for the next season because there's a lot that goes into preparing for each season. Tim, of course, does the scheduling. I do supervision schedules, security schedules. I schedule all the event workers. So really you're working on it throughout the whole year, all the seasons throughout the whole year.
Okay. And what about the school year in particular? When do you start preparing for that? Like when do you start work?
Well, when you're in season, say the fall season, as soon as that season ends, we're preparing for the next school year. So, you base your next year's schedule on the current schedule. So really you're doing it when you're working on the current year, you're scheduling for the next year also.
Gotcha.
So.
On a daily basis, what's your biggest challenge?
Probably just making sure that the daily schedule is correct every day, every morning. I go through all the activities we have going on at our school and away. I have to confirm with transportation on an hourly basis to make sure they have transportation, our buses for us here for our away events. And then I also confirm with the other schools that we have contests with that day. I do that on a daily basis.
Okay. When working with the athletic director, what do you think is most important?
Probably sharing the responsibilities of both of our jobs. There's so much to both of our jobs that it's almost impossible for one person to do it all. And Tim and I work well together, and we're always willing to help each other out when we get too much on our plate. So yeah, it's a lot in the job, but we help each other out as much as we can.
Is there anything that ever stands in the way of that, like an obstacle of any type?
Well, there's just things will pop up all the time. Daily things will pop up unexpectedly, yeah. And so we just have to work together to try to work through it. And if he has something going on all day, then I will take over what he should be doing.
Gotcha. What advice would you give a new athletic director?
Probably to have good communication between the coaches and the secretary and even the teachers. With this job, there's a lot of cancellations, especially in the fall and spring season, the outdoor sports. A lot of cancellations because of the weather, so there's a lot of rescheduling that takes place. When there is a cancellation, we have to cancel buses, update hotlines, update the website. So communicating with the coaches so they can communicate with the athletes and parents. Also, you have to keep an open mind because not only are you dealing with the athletics, you're dealing with the band, orchestra. So you have to try to treat everybody equally.
Keep it on a level playing field. And it sounds like you don't get paid enough money to do this.
No, as a matter of fact.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.